Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back to SunshinehazeCo, if you've been here before. If you haven't, welcome. I'm Aja A. As you see tarot cards on your screen, you know it's time for a new moon reading. This time around it is the Virgo Lunar cycle, so we're looking at the month of September. Typical 4-card spread here, looking at the energy popping up for you, or energy that you should be tapping into. Any challenges or obstacles you might be facing during this next month. As we are in the Virgo Lunar cycle, we're going to be looking at a card giving us some insight into what you need to be doing, getting down to the nitty-gritty, doing in the physical, in order to prepare for the change and transformation that comes along with the fall season. And also a quick little soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this reading. This video is for the Aquarians, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Aquarius Rising. If you feel like what I'm saying isn't resonating with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign, which I do have linked down below. Please remember this is a general reading. Also check out that Virgo lunar cycle video that I have up talking about the collective energies that we'll all be dealing with for the next month, okay? So let's just get to it, Aquarius. The first card that actually, before I even get started, I was pulling your cards, and when I pulled your third card, I go, that's a 7 card. Then I go, oh wait, that's y'all shot straight 7s. And I was wondering if the next card that I was gonna pull was gonna be a 7, but it's not. But that's okay. You got 3 7s in this spread. So this Virgo lunar cycle is really important for you. You just had a full moon, so your energy is very intense right now. So you're coming off of a major time of release for you. Okay. So the first card that you have coming up in your spread, which is a 7 card, and just quickly, 7 is the number associated with divinity, philosophy, and the truth. So this is, like I said, a very important time for you, a very important time for a shift in your energy. All right. So first card you got coming up in your spread is in the position of the energy popping up for you, or the energy that you need to be tapping into, and you've got to the sea. This card comes with this energy of really allowing life to lead you where you need to be. Anytime I pull water cards or cards with water imagery, I like to give water analogies. So the energy the message that I have with this card is kind of allowing the currents of life to take you wherever they're taking you. You guys are air, so you do go with the flow for the most part. You go wherever the wind blows you. But I feel like for some of you Aquarians, you may have been in a space recently where, you may have shifted some foundations. You may have done something different in your career. You might have started a new relationship or gotten out of a relationship, or you might have, just done something different in your life that you've kind of gotten used to, if that makes sense. So this To the Sea card is telling me right now, especially with your full moon just happening, certain dynamics of these situations may have changed, or these situations may have just, shifted altogether. And you might not be completely prepared for that, or you might not be completely ready for that. This To the Sea card is saying, Aquarius, you've actually got to be air right now. Tap into your air, and we'll get further into the Virgo energy later. I know this is the Earth lunar cycle, but be air and just, go where the wind blows you, to the sea. Let the currents of life take you where you need to be going, okay? As things change, they change for a reason. Everything happens in divine timing. Anything that's shifting for you is shifting because it's supposed to be happening, in order for you, as always, to put yourself into further alignment with whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, okay? So just keep that in mind as things change for you during this month, especially because 1, you're coming off of your full moon, and 2, we are getting ready to come into the fall, which is the season of change. As things shift for you, just allow them to shift. Don't be resistant to it. Like I said, everything is happening for you for a reason, Aquarius, okay? Okay. The next card that you have coming up is in your crossing position, and you've got Urzuli La Flambeau. And this is actually one of my favorite cards in this deck when it is in the upright position. In the upright position, this card resonates with this energy of, you know, passion for the self and knowing what it is that you want, knowing what it is that you need, being prideful, and just really having a good sense of the life that you want to live. This is in a crossing position, so this is carrying this energy of, you know, having to make tough decisions based on negative situations or negative energies, or having to make tough decisions about things that you don't necessarily want to make tough decisions on. Or, and also this is a card when it's in a crossing position of fighting the resistance of change. And with this to the Sea card, this card is all about change and allowing yourself to go along with it. This Urzuli La Flambeau card being in a crossing position tells me that, like I was saying earlier, like I was picking up on Aquarius, whatever little situations you're in, or whatever, you know, you did at your job, or whatever position you're in, you are kind of either emotionally invested in or kind of attached to, and you're not really feeling, you know, having a shift in whatever that is. But you got to the Sea here. So babies, you gotta, whatever's changing, you gotta allow to change. And if it comes along with you having to make a decision, you have to, I'm a Cancer, y'all. Everything I do is out of feeling. I saw a tweet one day, somebody put on Twitter, they were like, it's important. It was a very philosophical tweet, and I was like, oh, that's very, you know, beautifully worded, but no. They were talking about, you know, it's important not to make decisions based off of change, simply put. And I had to retweet it with a quote, since Twitter's all fancy nowadays. I got on Twitter back in like 2009, but I was like, yeah, no, I actually make pretty much all of my decisions based off of how I feel. So if there's a decision coming up for you, Aquarius, that you have to make, you have to, like, you actually have to make it, and you feel pulled towards a certain way, even if that doesn't really resonate with what you want, if you're feeling like what that is, follow your little heart, mind, and soul, follow your intuition. Make whatever tough decisions you got to make, because you've got to help the change come in for you. You've got to usher in the change for yourself. With change, there has to be a course of action, or else nothing shifts. And if you're not shifting and putting yourself into alignment with what you need to be in alignment with, that's when shit starts to hit the fan, right? So this Urzuli La Flambeau card, you can turn into an upright position. You have to figure out not what you want, but what you need, that's going to help you get into the spaces and the places that you need to be in, okay? Very important. What did I say, Aquarius? Not what you want, but what you need. So sometimes that is a tough decision, because sometimes we want a lot of shit that we don't really need, or that's not necessarily good for us. So just, you know, keep that in mind as September rolls around and comes and passes by. All right, y'all. The next card is in the position of the Virgo energy, where you need to start doing some work in the physical. You've got your next and your last 7 card, and this is Urzuli Frida de Home. And this card, this one is kind of interesting coming up here. I have a couple of messages with this one. First and foremost, just generally speaking, this is a card of emotional release. Although this is an air card, this is a card of emotional release for mental clarity. So whatever you are emotionally attached to, whatever you're invested in, what I was saying with that Urzuli La Flambeau card, you know, not really wanting things to shift, wanting things to change, whatever you've got your little heart strings hooked to, or whatever, you know, you've put your time and your energy into, you really got to think about during this time, Aquarius. Is this what you need to progress forward towards what it is that you need to be doing? And if it's not, this is the time to release it. Again, I said you just came off of your full moon. This is the time to release it, in order for you to have a clear head, in order for you to start. And this Virgo energy is very analytical, is very insightful, in order for you to start, you know, planning things out and actually making moves on those plans. And you don't want to make plans with a hazy mental, because, again, shit be hitting the fan when you do things like that. What was the other message I had with this card? With this card, I also wanted to talk about this energy of being unrealistic. You see this chick looking in the mirror. She has like 2 mirrors here, and she's got a lot of fluff and pizzazz and a lot of fancy things going on around her. And it's just kind of like, you know, what are you trying to do? What's going on here? What's happening? In regards to these situations, Aquarius, I think it's important for you guys to think about what's realistic. These situations that you're dealing with, these relationships that you're in, these, you know, positions that you're in, these relationships, these friendships, or whatever it is that you got going on that you're starting to feel like may not be serving you, that you're starting to feel kind of like, I don't want things to change, but you feel like they're changing. What do you got going on here? What are you, again, what it is that you want from these things, but what's realistic about them? Again, I think it's very important to understand, Aquarius, that we can want and desire things all until, you know, the cows come home. Or what is it? The cows, the pigs? No, it's until pigs fly or until cows sing. So what animal comes home? Y'all figure that out and you let me know. But, you know, we can want and lust for things however long and however much we want, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what we need and that's what we're going to get. So you've got to be realistic about your situations and be realistic about the change that's coming in for you. Do not be resistant to it. I think that's the most important message for you in your spread here, period, is, again, allow the currents of life to lead you, to carry you into where you need to be going. And as you're going along, and this is the thing, if you're on the sea and the currents are carrying you and you got one little paddle, like, what is that going to do? How far back can you really go? Where is that really going to get you? You know what I'm saying? So just see where life takes you. Allow things to play out as they do, and just understand that things are happening as they should. Okay? All right, y'all, the last card that I have coming up for you in this spread is in the position of the soul message, and you've got the Mountain card here, which is not a 7. It is 20, which breaks down to 2 amplified by the 0. But this is the card of harmony. Well, 2 is the number of harmony and balance and peace, and the Mountain is the card of strength. So I feel like here, Aquarius, some of these changes you're really not welcoming, but again, be air, be water, and then be earth and do the work with the change. Because we're in Virgo lunar cycle, but you've got, you know, air and water. You've actually got all the elements here. So this is, again, coming off of your full moon, and with all these this 7 energy here, this 777 energy here, this is a very divine time for you. Shit's really popping in the cosmos for you right now, Aquarius. This Mountain card, I think, is really just coming in with this message of, as the change is coming in, no matter how negative it may seem at times, or how much you don't want it, or how much, you know, you weren't expecting it, hold your ground. This is another tap into this Virgo energy. Keep your feet solid and go with it. Well, keep your feet solid in you know, staying strong in regards to the change, but go with it. See what happens. Everything, like I said, happens as it should and when it should. I think you'll see in the long run, after everything plays out, it happened like it needed to. You learned what you needed to. You got what you needed to from every single situation, every single person, every single thing that you were involved in during this time that you were maybe having a hard time letting go of, okay? All right, Aquarius, that's your reading. If you feel like you need a personal reading, feel free to book one with me down below. I've got my Etsy link, and I'm also having an end of summer sale. Got to get rid of my summer inventory. So tarot readings, chakra, jewelry, natal charts, numerology charts, or numerology reports. If you have any questions or comments, drop those down below. And I did my other shameless plugs at the beginning of the video. So thank you guys for watching. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.